and that's going to be 3120 Half Moon. I'll do the same kind of scenario. This house is, when you look through it, it's an obvious $50,000 difference between the first house and this house. But let's go ahead and get into the meat of this so that we can show you what we're talking about here. What I'm talking about. Okay, so this is the listing. Obviously, gorgeous kitchen. But we'll get into more of that. Now, this is the neighborhood. Google would not let me do a walk down the street. So we just have this area here. And as you can see, all the homes in the neighborhood are just that little section right there. So we don't have a lot of comps to go with. Got about 6 that are very accurate and very good comps, but not as many comps as we did with the last property. Where it's positioned in the neighborhood, I think it's great. The privacy issues, as well as the smaller yards, was accounted for in my appraisal on the property. Once again, here is the property itself, the MLS listing. And then these are the comps in the neighborhood that we've got. Obviously sold. So again, it's a really hot market. And these are all in the last month. We have an active option, and then we have, of course, our subject property. When you look through the listings of those that are sold, which will give us a good idea of what's going on with the marketplace, they listed 385, they stated 385, it sold for 395. 2,956 square feet. It is an older building. It's about 5 years older than our comp. It did sell in 27 days and obviously just sold recently. The next one over here on 4928 Eagle Valley, same builder all the way through. Obviously, it's all within that same neighborhood. The original asking price was 360. List price stayed at 360. It sold for 391. 2,348 square feet, sold in 6 days. Now we did have, it looks like $10,000 in seller concessions. Not sure how accurate that is. It was probably more like $1,000 in seller concessions. Just the agent made a mistake on that. If it came down to it, obviously I would call the agent, but I'm really thinking it's 1,000. So that really puts us at 390,000. Once again, considerably above asking price. Our next comp on Beacon Glen, they asked 390, it stayed at 390, and it sold for 380, 2,600 square feet. They did $2,000 in seller contributions, and it was on the market for 61 days. So there were some things going on with this house. They didn't quite get their mark. However, they did get a pretty good price, $380,000 for this house. Then the highest price, which is kind of an outliner. I don't know why they got as much as they got for this one, but it is also on Half Moon, 3129. Asked 400, list price was 400, and it sold for 417. Now it is a bigger house, and the house is obviously gorgeous. That also came with a solar system. I'm going to click on here to show you down in this section here, $27,000 for the solar system that the buyer had to assume this note. I don't put that much value in solar panels. Generally, it takes about 15 to 30 years to recoup your initial investment, which to me is not a really good investment. If I was going to borrow $30,000 to invest, I would not put it in solar panels. So this home is definitely an outliner. However, I mean, it is gorgeous. And it might have been the fact that the family moving in had to have this much square footage at 3,000 square feet. And it's a beautiful home. And the flooring looks gorgeous as well. Once again, it was quite a purchase price. Even though if you look at that kitchen, wow, that's an amazing kitchen. So we're going to go back here to our comps. and we have an active offer. So this one just went on the market and sold. They were asking 385,000. Obviously, it sold in 6 days, so they probably stayed at the 385, if not better. It is 2,500 square feet, so it's going to be smaller than the house that we're looking at. The comp that we have on the home on 3120 Half Moon is 3,300 square feet. A lot of square footage there, actually bigger than the comp that I showed you at 417,000. So this house should probably sell for more than the 400,000 is what I'm thinking it's going to go for. When I ran my home through my evaluator, I gave the location local market hot, exteriors. I think we probably should bump that up to a little bit nicer. Home exteriors nicer ish, probably not so much, because when you look at it, the backyard is not going to be as great. Lot size is oops, I did wrong. Interior condition, I'm going to mark as great, actually even better. Lot size is small, if not average. The view, you have all the other houses around there, so I'm not going to give that much value, as well as the privacy. I don't think it's going to be as private as maybe some of the other houses, which is going to give us a comp value of 413. So that's pretty much what I'm predicting the house is going to sell for. If it's something we really want, and once we walk through, we'll see a lot more detail on it. It's going to be around 413 is what I think it's going to sell for. And again, during the walkthrough, we'll talk more about it, and we'll be able to give us a better opinion. But just off the running of the numbers, this is what I see for 3120 Half Moon. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching this short video, and give me a call tomorrow. I've got some plans I need to go take care of this evening, but I look forward to talking with you tomorrow.